Excellent. That's the Sonics.
The Sonics, yeah. And it was originally out in, I think it was in the 60s, but it's been reused on an advert at the moment.
I suspect that Bill Bailey, who coincidentally happens to be sitting there, could play that sort of song himself. He is such a talented musician.
Yes.
You could master that.
I could probably master that up, yeah.
What instruments do you play?
I play the anything with a keyboard,
Right.
so piano and organ, synthesizer,
Anything keyboard-based?
Wurlitzer, electric piano, Fender Rhodes,
Clavichord?
Hammond organ, clavichord, clavinet, harpsichord,
Wow.
spinet.
Ah, I'd love to see you behind a spinet. You got the hair for a spinet.
I do, yes.
Yeah.
What's foppish?
Have you got any kind of medieval clothes at home?
Why, you say that with a degree of contempt in your voice.
No, I could see you sitting at home in a drawing room.
In a doublet.
In a doublet, hose on.
Plucking on a spinet.
Yeah, shoes with a buckle. It'd be fantastic, and a power on
Ready?
your shoulder.
Is the broth ready?
Hey, this would be my idea of your home life. When I do my reality show with
Right,
you,
yeah.
7 Days with Bill Bailey,
Yeah.
okay, that's what I want to see happening. What do you think about the darkness?
I don't know. I'm curiously sort of. I stand back from the darkness and strike my beard and think, is this all a bit? Is it a joke?
Yeah,
is
I
it a
don't
joke? Is it a wind up?
Do you think they're ready for a South Bank special on them?
No, I don't think so. No, I really
Rest my
don't.
case. Well, it's Iggy Pop.
Yeah, Iggy Pop, long overdue.
There you go. Okay, thank you very much.
No,
You
you're very
substantiated
welcome.
that. I believe you can go
Cultural
now.
commentator and medieval busker.
You're performing every night, apart from, I guess, do you have one night off a week doing part
That's
time?
right,
What
yeah.
night do you have off?
Yeah, Sunday nights.
Sunday night's off. Okay.
Yeah.
They say you're dark, don't they? That's what they say in theatre world. They
That's
say
right.
We're
yes.
dark on Sunday.
We're dark on Sundays.
Okay. And
you can see the show. Well, you can't. I still do the show, but it's just in audio.
Are you? Do you do a matinee?
No. I tried doing that last year, and I just couldn't get my head around the time difference. You know, it was literally like performing in another country. Good evening, afternoon. Oh no. Hello. Good evening. Oh no. So we're. Oh no. Oh.
But it must feel weird as well. I would have thought doing comedy, which is sort of a late night thing anyway.
Well, it is really. I mean, and there's a sort of a kind of energy about the people. You know, they have a day, they go and work, and then have a drink, and then go and see a show. There's a kind of natural.
It's a release. They're looking forward
yeah.
to a big capper to the end of the day.
That's it. Yeah, rather than loose end in the West End.
Yeah. Yeah. People coming in with carrier bags. Sitting there, go on then, let's have a laugh.
Oh God, I've got to sit down. Right. Oh, what's that? Oh no, I can't. No, I've got no energy there.
But if they came and sat down and you're playing a spinet,
Well, then that's another.
you see, that's maybe what you could do.
They have one in Harrods.
Do you have any strange instruments at home?
I've got several. Well, I got you the theremin, of course. Which
Yeah, I
you,
don't like the theremin.
Which you just expressed great fear over.
But it alarms me. It's a big thing.
I've got various things. A mandolin. I've got a couple of didgeridoos.
I bet you can handle didgeridoo as well.
Yep. Oh yes.
That's all to do with the circular breathing, isn't it?
It is circular breathing. Yeah, you need to do that. I've also got a hybrid stringed instrument. It's a bouzouki saz.
A bouzouki saz.
A saz, a Turkish saz, which is a three-stringed, long-necked stringed instrument with a round sort of back, and a bouzouki, of course, the Greek instrument, which has got the sort of violin tuning, double-strung, but it's a hybrid. It's the two.
So that's like a liger, when they bred a tiger with a lion.
Yeah, exactly that.
Okay.
Exactly that.
Which, and curiously enough, the Horthgromen, the growth hormone.
All right.
Not the Horthgromen.
The Horthgromen.
Horthgromen sounds like a German racing driver, doesn't he? And Horthgromen on the outside there. The growth hormone apparently doesn't kick in on the liger. That's why ligers are so very big. And,
right.
and they're rare, of course, because tigers and lions don't get to meet much, because one lives in Africa, one lives in India.
Right,
and,
yeah.
You know, they don't travel
There's
as
not
much.
much introduction going on.
But so your says a bouzouki is a
saz.
similar hybrid of some sort. What does it sound like?
It sounds like a bouzouki. It sounds like a zither, actually. To be honest, it sounds a little bit third manish.
I like a zither.
Yeah.
Do you play a zither?
Do you know? I've never come across a zither. They're quite hard to get hold of.
I've never seen one.
I'd love a zither. You can play them on your lap.
Yeah.
It's like a pedal steel. Yes.
Are there any other popular zither songs that people know? I can't think of any other. Maybe that's why they've died out. There was the one.
There's
zither hit.
there's the Zither album, the greatest Zither album.
Now that's what I call Zither. Bill, we've stumbled on something. We've stumbled clumsily on something which really could open doors for you.
Oh, I reckon.
Bill Bailey's
Cracked it.
Bill Bailey's Zitherfest. Zitherfest 2004. Okay, I'm putting out a plea. If you've got a zither, if you know where we can find a zither, if you just lend us a zither, email us. Okay, jonathan.wass@bbc.co. Is that right?
I
made that up. But
That's right.
It sounds about right,
Sounds
doesn't it?
right, yeah.
It'll either bounce back or get food. Either way, let us know about your zither. Okay, let's have a break from zither chat. let's relax. We'll talk about Bill's current show. We'll talk about the DVD, which apparently have out at Christmas, although we don't have one here.
I know, that's a bit remiss of me.
You don't have one, did you?
I don't carry them on me.
Okay. Maybe like the Zither, it's only talked about and doesn't actually exist, but we'll discuss that after this. Thank you, Sparks. They're a great band. We have discovered on eBay, Sarah, who works on the show, has been on eBay. I suspect she's probably on eBay for most of the show anyway. It's like she made it. A concert Zither for sale. Okay? I'm thinking of getting it for your Christmas, Bill.
That's very kind of
But
you.
it says very impressively in the description, this Zither is only 3 months old.
Well, I mean, you know, they're making them all the time.
baby zither.
There's a big demand for them around the world.
It is a professional 36-string instrument by the master zither maker, Walter Isan of Bavaria. There's a master zither maker that we didn't even know about. What the wonders of the world that we just don't even know about.
I love the fact that there is the master. Where is he from? Bavaria.
Bavaria. I want to send you out to
In a
Bavaria
castle.
to meet the master zither maker for a documentary.
for my workshop.
Bill Bailey's master zither maker journey. It's a quest. Like, never mind bloody Michael Palin going around the world.
No.
You meeting master zither makers all over the world.
Well, him.
No dithering, we're zithering. That's the phrase I want you to use during the
Come
show.
hither to my zither.
Have you got a zither? No, it's a zither. All right, that one didn't work at all, but
All right.
you could see what I was reaching for.
Yeah. With mind the zither mind of comedy.
I think we've exhausted that particular mine. It's time to close down the mines like Thatcher did.
That's
All right,
Condemned.
where are you going for Christmas?
I'm staying at home.
Because you're working.
Yeah,
over
because
there.
working. I'm
do the show?
West End monkey. I'm there the whole time.
Part Troll is the show, and
That's
is this
it.
what you recorded for DVD?
That's the one.
Okay, so this is out as well. So if you don't get the chance to catch Bill live, and I imagine they're pretty much set out, aren't they? Sold out.
The shows are actually selling really well, and I've just extended the run hopefully to the end to the January the 8th.
January the 8th.
So it's
You might be able to get to see. If not, then there was a DVD out now for Christmas. Part Troll. This
Yes.
one was recorded at the Hammersmith Apollo. Wasn't
that's right. Yes.
it? Okay,
It was.
and now, so in terms of getting the DVD, what kind of material do we cover? What kind of subjects are touched upon?
There's a variety of different. It's a mixture of subjects, partly autobiographical, a bit of stories about growing up in the West Country, moving to London, what that was like. You know,
Part Troll, of course, refers to the fact that you very nearly got a part in the Lord of the Rings movies. is that
That's
right?
correct. Yes, I did actually audition, and the audition didn't go very well. Obviously,
Yeah.
because
You wouldn't be sitting here
I
now.
wouldn't be sitting here now. No, I'd be
You'd be in Hollywood.
I've been in Hollywood, exactly. Yeah,
In a mansion.
in a convention somewhere, going signing a load of dwarf merchandise.
So maybe it worked out for the best.
yes, yeah.
At the time, you would have been excited, but now it'd be a bit of a millstone, wouldn't it?
It's Gimli! It's Gimli! No, I'm not Gimli. I'm not Gimli.
Gimli.
Yeah.
Poor little Gimli.
I know exactly.
And he's not as short in real life either, is
no,
he?
he's not. It'd be like Spock, you know, trying to denounce his character. I am not Spock.
Well,
I am not Gimli.
Leonard Nimoy had an autobiography out in, I believe, the early 70s, which was called I Am Not Spock.
That's right.
And then about 12 years later, I believe, he bought a second body record, and it was called...
I am Spock.
Yeah, he couldn't make his mind up, could he?
No, he had to, that is a man finally confronting his demons, isn't it?
You're not getting away from it, Leonard.
No,
you might as well
no.
just
Do you know
ride
what?
with it.
The pop career didn't pan out. Can face it. You're
Although,
Spock.
you say that, but still, we play his records, don't we?
Oh, I know, yeah.
You
That's
can't,
it.
you know, you don't need Chicory Tip on the radio much anymore.
The Shatner album. Oh, have you heard?
Genius.
It's fantastic.
William Shatner's version of Common People. He's got to be up there.
It's magnificent. And then some of the stuff is great when he goes, I was crossing the snowfields in front of the Capitol building. He's got a great voice,
Yeah,
hasn't he?
yeah.
It's just wonderful stuff.
You could be a proper singer, I would have thought.
Well,
Well, your songs, your comedy songs are brilliant.
Some of them are actually. I mean, I started out, years ago when doing sort of parodies and pastiches, and then now I try and actually make the songs, sort of work, stand up on their own. So I've written a kind of in this particular show. There's a few sort of attempts at a proper song, like in this Scott Walker, Jacques Brel, mode. And I do a big love song at the end of the first half.
Is this proper emotional love song?
It's obviously it's
got a comic
completely-
twist.
It's a little bit of a twist, overblown. I mean, there's it's about a story about someone who is lonely and then finds love, and then the woman sort of goes off with some bloke, and it's just terrible, demons. But it's all a bit overblown, and he says, and the woman actually isn't that great, because he says there's a line in it which I deliberately put in where he says then I met you, and he goes, and all the things that I'd seen before, I'd never realised, like the snowflake on the eye of a startled deer, and he goes, and the painting of the dog that wears a deerstalker and smokes a pipe that I previously thought was sentimental rubbish, but you actually really loved, So it's that kind of tip, and then she leaves him for Craig, and then he's in a terrible pit of despair.
That is the reality, though.
Yeah, it's good. I quite like it. I mean, but you put a lot into it. I put as
A lot
much
of
emotion into it as if it was a real one. So that's the way.
I like those pictures of dogs wearing hats.
Do you?
Clothes,
Oh,
gambling,
Playing pool.
I don't agree that dogs should gamble.
Right.
I'm down on gambling generally.
Yeah.
But certainly let them play pool for like tokens, matches.
Why not?
You don't want them losing their kennel. do you?
Bonios, yeah.
Coming home saying, sorry, we've got nowhere to live, missus. Bring the litter with you, we're out in the street now. Bill Bailey is still available for your viewing pleasure here in London. The DVD is out for Christmas, we've established that. And you're still on TV, I guess, in QI, intermittently, aren't you?
Yeah, the QI thing, that's rolling along. That's
Now, you're not a
bumbling along.
proper member of the QI team, are you?
I have you know, I'm a member of the QI club.
You're not in every week,
Oxford.
though, are you? You're
No, I'm not every week.
Well, then
no.
you're not a proper member of the team.
All right.
You're like someone.
Don't-
You're like
right.
you're like the
Shoot
way
me down.
like Ronnie Wood. Still, we don't really think he's in the Rolling Stones, do we? He's sort of in other bands, and he comes in occasionally. Yeah, well, he's sort of in the band.
All
but he
right,
isn't really.
I'm a guest bassist.
You're a
in QI.
Yeah, you're the guest bassist because someone hurt their finger. Didn't QI? Haven't they just opened a QI bookstore?
Yes, they have in Oxford. Yeah,
Were
that's
you
right.
up for the opening of that?
I couldn't quite
Oh, you were
make
working.
that. No, I was busy, with the parrots. But apparently it's very good, but quite devilishly hard to find. So I don't know. whether they're
well,
gonna
that makes sense, doesn't it? I believe I was told by someone that they all the regular QIs had to choose their 100 favourite books.
Yes.
100.
I know 100. That's
Have
a
you
lot
read
of
100 books?
No, I don't think I have.
Maybe I've read 100 books, but I don't think I could choose a favourite.
I've started 100 books. I've finished about 4
That's
or
the
5.
bookshop. Let's start our own one. You know, the sort of half QI one.
Yeah.
100 books we've nearly finished. Because that's impressive enough, isn't it?
100 books somebody told me I ought to have read.
They should have a little bunch for holiday QI. Our 100 favourite holiday books. A lot of Jackie Collins there.
Tom Clancy.
A couple of Grishams.
Dan, everyone's reading Dan Brown. Have you read any of these Dan Brown?
I have,
The
they're
Da
great.
Vinci
Code and-
Code,
no.
The Digital Fortress.
I haven't read one.
And the Deception Point. It's
All those titles, you know, it's a holiday book, don't you?
yeah. It's magnificent.
You enjoy them?
I've read The Da Vinci Code. It's been made into a movie starring Tom Hanks.
Did
And
you-
I'm reading
it's-
Angels and Demons at the moment. It's
Right.
great.
Is the code worth finding out about?
Yeah.
So
when
this
you-
is a code that Leonardo da Vinci set up.
Yes.
Cobblers. It's cobblers.
What did he set the code up for? Wasn't he busy enough trying to fly?
I can't remember why now. But it's good.
Those drawings he did were beautiful, but why a code?
To stop people cracking it.
Is it like Morse code?
No, it's more intricate than that.
We should do Inspector Morse code, right? Cracking the Da Vinci code. Inspector Morse meets Da Vinci.
Like your style, like a hybrid.
It doesn't go anywhere.
No.
I don't know what to say now.
Don't you?
No, I run out of energy.
Right. We've got 4 minutes to go.
No, I'm not interested.
Do you want me to play a
Don't
record?
come in here coughing.
I met Paul Heaton on the way in here.
Was it pleasant for you?
It was very nice for you, yeah.
Would you like some Cavonia? I've got some expectorant.
What is that?
It's an expectorant. You don't get expectorant expanded
Expectorant?
around as freely as it should be, I feel. Yeah, it's to loosen your phlegm on your chest.
Oh, I'm
You
glad it's
sound a bit phlegmy.
non-drowsy. I'm glad it's non-drowsy. I hate that drowsy stuff you have. Yeah.
Did you ever, when you were
They put that
younger,
on the
did you
fruit
ever
now.
drink cough mixture hoping it would get you high?
Of course, yeah. Day nurse, night nurse.
Everyone's tried it.
Tixie licks.
You're not
Ooh-wee.
doing, kids out there, you're not doing anything new, okay? That's why they probably put the
Rapid
non-drowsy in,
impact.
to stop people getting too kind of like, too excited by it.
Well, I mean, about drowsy, it's such a lovely state to be in. Why would you not want to be drowsy?
I found some cold medicine in the States. I did actually have a cold. It was Tylenol, cold and flu.
Oh, that's so
It
sad.
was great.
Oh,
it
and
was
the American
great.
stuff, it's industrial strength.
I was sitting on the bus, the kids were fighting, I was going, that's okay.
I got ill when I was in America, and I had a really bad ear infection. I went to this doctor on Broadway, Dr. Katz. Dr. Katz.
I believe Catch is still running on Broadway.
111 Broadway. I went in and he said, and I had to fill out. You had to fill out a form. You have to sit in the reception, and it was a celebrity kind of doctors, and Michael Moore and Matthew Broderick were sitting in the reception. and I thought, God, I ought to say something really to Michael Moore, because I really think his films, great books, and I thought if I say that, I'm being very British. If I say, oh, Michael Moore, I really admire your films and books, and I looked over to Matthew Broderick, I couldn't think for the life of me of one thing that had been in other than Inspector Gadget. So I thought, I can't say, I really admire Rosenby and all that, and I really like you in Inspector Gadget.
Yeah.
He'd get really embarrassed, so I just sat there and just did nothing, and then stupidly.
I love
said
the bit
nothing.
when your neck extends and your eyes pop out. That was
When their wrists spin round, that's brilliant. But your searing political documentary is amazing. But your work with that thing when you fly up and your head goes ding, like that's brilliant.
not the same as it.
Yeah. And then you had to fill out all these questions, like, it was basic questions like, have you been ill, have you got any allergies, have you had any accidents, blah, blah. And then the questions started to get more and more obtuse. Like, have you had any feelings of worthlessness?
Well, that's a showbiz doctor for you, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I was like, well, do you know what? Yeah, sometimes, yeah. I've failed a couple of auditions. I've come out feeling rotten.
4 in the morning.
4 in the morning, yeah. Half a bottle of brandy, yeah.
Was there a point to those questions, you think?
Have you any feelings of worthlessness? Have you ever suicidal? Have you felt that you're not really making an impact in the world? That you're not going to leave a legacy?
Do you ever look back on the body of your work and feel somehow you've wasted your promise?
Do you think your oeuvre is somewhat disappointing? I just got an ear infection.
Oh, ear infections are terrible.
I know they were terrible.
Yeah,
He actually gave me a box of drugs. A box like he goes, take some of these, take 4 of these, 12 of these now. Take 12 of these now, then 4, then 8. I was flying. I was off my
I love
chump.
a doctor who's very ready with the dispensation of the drugs.
Yeah. He didn't really look in my ear either. I was a bit suspicious. Just looked at me, sized me up. There you go.
He just checked your tackle, did he? One of those doctors. I'm now going to take your temperature without using any instrument other than my finger.
He got me to air guitar the solo. Jimmy.
Oh, hold on. Oh, you've loosened my chest beautifully with that last anecdote. Oh, dear. I'm off for lunch afterwards. What are you doing later?
I'll probably go back to feel slightly worthless.
And what time do you have to be at the theatre to get on stage?
I have to be, well, technically one has to be in by the half, which is, bizarrely 7:25, which is not quite half before.
Theatre people
It's theatre.
trying to make themselves feel special.
It is, isn't it? The half. Oh, is that 7:30? No, it's 7:25.
Do you like doing it? I mean, every night it must be a bit of a gruel sometimes, isn't it?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, because sometimes you have a bit of a sort of day where you're just running around and you've got to feel funny by 8 o'clock. But it's the kind of show is I've spent a lot of time on it now, and it's just it's got a kind of life of its own. When I get into it, it's kind of like getting into a sort of.
And I suppose when a different crowd responding to it, that will G you up a little bit.
Some great responses. And I ask a lot of questions. I ask questions about how we measure time, and we measure time by the cesium-133 atom. You know, the radiation that forms atomic clocks. It was ratified in 1967. I just thought you knew that. Of
course.
But I had this one thing the other night. I said, anyone know that? And the bloke went, yes, it's cesium-133 atom. And I went, oh, that's great. I said, how do you know that? And he goes, I used to be an astrophysicist. I said, I used to be. I said, what do you do now? And he went, marketing.
Oh, listen to this chest, I've got to go.
You got me going now.
God, it's like a Victorian poorhouse in here today. God bless you for listening. Join us again next week if you can. Man, that's good timing. 88 to 91 FM, this is Radio 2 for the BBC.
Somebody get that.